officer announced that we should take cover, I stood up at the back of the gallery on the second level, the mezzanine. Representative Gosar from Arizona was objecting to the Arizona slate of electors. And at that moment, I simply shouted out at the top of my lungs, "This is because of you." I screamed it.
Okay.
I would argue that what Dusty and I are doing is what we all learned in kindergarten.
Yes.
Which is to treat each other with respect and to listen.
I would say out of 435 members of Congress, 300 or more really are interested in trying to get legislation passed with people on the other side of the aisle. Sure. The issue is that the loudest people, the 10 or 15 or 20 loudest, dominate the landscape with this toxic message. But most Americans aren't having it. They don't want it. And they are hungry for a message that there are adults in Washington, D.C.
Optimism is one of the legs of the American stool. I mean,
yes.
We are a country predicated on optimism, on hopefulness, on principle. But the truth is, we have a media environment in which negativity, divisiveness, fear attract eyeballs. So I think we're an optimistic country. I'm more optimistic right now than I've been recently, despite the difficulties here in Congress and around the country.
I mean, I don't think the Republicans have all the answers, and Dean doesn't think Democrats have all the answers. We are going to get more done working together as Americans than we will fighting with one another.
I want to demonstrate that we're United States representatives, and I believe representation begins with listening. We need forums. We need more forums, spaces and places for people to share perspective. I also want to show my constituents, almost half of whom are Republicans, that I listen to a dear friend who is a Republican, who represents conservative principles very well and very regularly, and I respect him. And I want to show Dusty's constituents in South Dakota, the Democrats there, might be only 25% in this case, but that he listens to a friend of his who brings some more progressive perspectives to him. And if we all did the same thing, the country's going to be in a better place.
And if Dean and I can tell just a few more Minnesotans and South Dakotans that they should have hope that this system is not quite as broken as they fear, then we're going to increase the size of the Army, who's willing to work on productive things rather than just adhere to blind partisan slogans.